Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim Classic. Back again, carrying on our adventure that started quite a while ago, all the way down in Penzance. Where over many weeks, including several trips to Didcot, we finally made it to Glasgow. But we're not done there. Last time, yes, we got here to Glasgow Queen Street. This time, it's the first of a two-parter, because it's a long one. Glasgow to Mallaig, about 5.5 hours in total, in this class 156. Yes, I did have to just look. Where we're stopping at many of the stations that we'll go through in a second. If you're watching this on YouTube, then hello indeed. This going out on a Wednesday. Other train related content is Train Sim Mod 3 going out on a Saturday. Some other things on some other days. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get a link to get this route that does have a lot of things you need to be able to do it. There'll also be a link down there to a Twitch page as well, where you can watch me live on the Twitchy, doing all sorts of Twitchy things. Good evening to Ethan, Trent, Economy Cuba, CN and Mafe. So yes, our stops then are going to be Dalmuir, Dumbarton, Helensburgh, Garlockheed, Glen Douglas, Arrakar and Tarbet, Ardle, I'm not going to pronounce any of these, am I? Crane Lerich. Okay, why is that drop off at Crane Lerich, pick up at, okay. Upper Tyndrum, Dumbarton, some other places. We'll go through that as we get to the next station. Right, so we've also got a split at some point on here into two trains, so that's going to be something we're going to have to do. Let's do the releasing of the brakes thing, and then hopefully do the going forward thing. Okay, that's not a bit of thing, has it? Why? Okay. There we go. Hopefully now it works. There we go. Front page news, train stops at many stations. Right, so yes, this is going to be a long one, so going to be splitting over two separate journeys. First part being now, obviously. The second part being in 2 days' time, which happens to be someone's birthday. So we'll get, well, getting halfway would be a good point for this evening. But yes, a long diesel journey is definitely up there on my list of things to enjoy. Oh, hello, that went dark. As a Scottish person, it's quite funny hearing the pronunciations of the stations. Yeah, I am going to completely, you know, ruin every single pronunciation of the station as we go ahead. I'm also going to try a thing. I've done something this afternoon, and I'm going to try that when we arrive at our first station. Can we have a light on? We've got the instrument type lights are on. Next stop is, yeah, next stop's a stop, Dalmuir. I can pronounce that one, maybe. Oh, we're flat out, aren't we? We are going slightly uphill, though. I can see why this is going to take 5 hours. Come on, you can do it. Wow, yeah, it's not rapid, is it? go. That's that done. Is this the AP pack? I think I've got the AP version of this. I can't remember what I've got. You know, there's many trains and varieties of trains, and they've all got different numbers and everything. It's really confusing. We got an interior light. Okay, we haven't got any interior lights then. I won't turn them on then. I can't remember it being this steep a hill coming out of here. It's a diesel, that's all that matters. I actually looked, and it does take, well, 5¼ hours it said, by train from Glasgow to Mallaig. That's quite a journey. Well, we've got a 15-mile-an-hour limit coming up round here. Do you have an internal view? We'll check in a second. Let's just get through this. Hi, Sim Hub. I hope you can slow it down enough. It does sound good though. How is one? One is really good today. Bit of retail therapy this morning. Very chilled afternoon. I'm definitely relaxing into a week off. That's definitely a bit bendy going around there. It's a little bit of a corner, but I wouldn't say it was a 15-mile-an-hour corner. Don't get too comfortable. Or I could quite happily not work again. It's just a financial aspect to it that would that stops me. Oh, I'm doing the speeding again. Right, 60. Right, 7 miles to go then till Dalmuir. So yeah, Dumbarton, Helensburgh, that place, Glen Douglas, I can pronounce that one. There's a place over there. Then that place. Then that place. Then Upper Tyndrum, Bridge of Orkney, Rannoch, Carrower. I'd love to go to Carrower. Tulloch, Roy Bridge. We go to Roy Bridge. Oh, how awesome! Speen Bridge, Fort William, Banavie, Corpac, Lochel. Go via Lochelside, Glenfinnan. That place, Mora and Mallaig. Finally, 161 miles. Pronounce it as you would say it. Yay, Roy Bridge, indeed. I'm guessing it's not going to be a rapid line, is it? It's not like we're going to be doing 90 miles an hour along this. I think it's going to be a... Well, if it's going to take 5 hours to do 120 miles, that's not really, you know, a really high average speed, is it? It's not Roy Bridge Day. Well, we can't help that. It's not rapid. No. Well, so hang on. If we're 120 miles an hour, 10 hours would be an average of 12 miles an hour. We're doing it in 5, so that's an average of 24 miles an hour, roughly. Plus allowing some stop and start time. So yeah, it's not exactly a rapid line, is it? But it's fine. We're in no hurry, as they say. I don't know who they are, but apparently that's what they say. Hi, who, man? I'm loving the rattling. Oh, we can see if we've got a... Oh, we have got an inside. Uh-oh. There's an issue. We're being followed. Quite closely. This is north from Glasgow. So Glasgow and then going north-west. Oh, it's definitely been a nice chilled journey. Well, that's the hope. To remind people who Roy is. When we get there, we'll do the whole reason behind Roy Bridge. But I don't know if we get there today. Right, slowing it down to a 40. Look at me adhering to the speed limits. Maybe if I press the... Did I miss an AWS or something? Because I now no longer have any control over the train. That's an issue. I now have no throttle, no reverser, okay. I think this happened last time. I have no controls. Yep, that's definitely an issue. Yeah, I'm getting nothing. Everything's flickering. AWS is a bit of an issue. And I've got absolutely no control of the train. That's a problem. Did I see a thing that starts saying broken fuel gauge? But yeah, we haven't, even though it's broken, I've got no clickability. Right, okay. Let me save it. Okay. Let me quit. We're off to a good start, aren't we? Right, resume. I'm sure when we did this before, I had a similar issue. It's broken. Run away. Right, there we go. That was bizarre. Right, what I might need to do is just save it regularly. I was being all professional then and slowing down. It obviously just, I slowed down and it broke. Hopefully it isn't something that's going to happen every 15 minutes. Anyway, we will carry on towards Dalmuir. Yeah, still a bit of flickering going on up here. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Fingers crossed. There's a train. I see a train. There is that's a train. Yeah, I'm still not sure how it's going to take 5 hours to do 120 miles. Who is this professional we're talking about? I've got no idea. So yes, we've got a split at one point, and then we carry on as a 2-car. But then it's what to do after that, because this is the conclusion really of the whole journey we started all that while ago back in Penzance, where we've made it via train sim from Penzance to Glasgow without cheating. And now all the way up to Mallaig. So that's a fair bit of coverage in the UK. Okay, a bit of it was a bit convoluted. I sit there for 14 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. Well, I'm bound to be 14 minutes late by the time I get there, aren't I? So that'll help make up some time. How come my throttle goes to 700%? I don't know. I cannot answer that. But it does go to 7. The actual throttle here goes to 7, so rather than be, I don't know why they couldn't just put it to 7. Right, into Dalmuir we come. Then I'm going to do a thing which involves me pressing some buttons and moving some things, so bear with me. Right, slight bit of slowing down. Which is called slowing down. Hopefully it isn't braking that breaks the train. Yeah, it's broken again. I have no control. Okay, so this is going to be an issue then. Every time I brake, I'm going to have to save it. So, I guess that means I won't be doing this then. That's a bugger. So yeah, I can't. The reverser doesn't work, throttle doesn't work, brake doesn't work. Oh. It could be delivery. Yeah, I did install a livery. I changed the weather as well. I don't think the weather will affect it, so I didn't want it to be rainy. yeah, there's no audio from the train. That's a pig. I didn't really want to do it in the rain. You did not allow the passengers to board. Well, it's because the train was broken. Okay. Well, let's start again then, shall we? And see if it works in the default one. Balls. So I changed delivery and changed the weather. Well, that works. Okay. Where are the wipers on this? There, you don't need them yet, do we? Okay, well, let's just open windows then. So I killed it then, is what we're saying, with the livery. Right. Oh, I didn't stop, did I? Hang on. Bear with me, caller. Yeah, I know. Hang on, I can do a thing. Bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Simpson Stuff travel service going to Mallaig. There'll be several stops along this service, and hopefully we arrive at all of them promptly and without killing you. Thank you. Well, that wasn't worth it, was it? I can add an echo to that as well. See, it sounded like I was doing a little announcement there thing. No one appreciates that. I don't think what you did worked. Hang on. Oh, it didn't. I haven't pressed the button. But I'll try it again. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Simpson Stuff travel service train going to Mallaig. There'll be several stops along the way. Hopefully we arrive at all of them and I don't kill you. Thank you. Goodbye. There you go. That worked. I didn't press the button. It's complicated. Right. Let's carry on. Right, take two. Yeah, this afternoon I connected my old mixer into my current mixer, and the old mixer's got sound effects on, so I had to use a second microphone, swing it round, mute this one, unmute that one, press the button on the mixer to give it the echo. It didn't go well. Right, we'll try again. Take two at leaving Glasgow. Oh god, okay, that's braking. Definitely a sense of déjà vu going on here. Right, 9.64 miles to Dalmuir. Hopefully this time we don't get any issues. Have I buggered it up already? Yeah, I installed a livery and it seemed to have broken everything. Haven't we been here before? Yeah, we have. I installed a livery and changed the weather. And it broken it. It broken it? That was good English, wasn't it? It broke it. So I'd start again. It's fine. The first time was a bit of a practice run. This time now, hopefully it works. Uh-huh. Well, I was trying to install a ScotRail livery. I downloaded one, couldn't work out where to put it. Saw one in this, did some train swapping, and it obviously broke. At least the rain isn't falling on the windscreen. So it's not actually hindering my my vision. Hopefully that continues and I haven't actually got to put the wipers on. I thought liveries goes on trains. Well, they do. It's definitely not rapid. Is this? Yeah, it's still a bit broken. How far am I going to do today? Well, it was 5.5 hours, so I was going to do like 3 hours today and then do 2.5 hours on Thursday. But, you know, we've sort of lost 25 minutes by having to start again. So I'll probably do 2.5 hours today and 3 hours on Thursday. Well, 2.5 hours from now. Okay, we've got this 15 coming up again round here. I just got here. What happened? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's all fine. No issues. It's all good. We were just late leaving Glasgow. It's fine. It was all good. I asked for his help, but he said it would be fine. So I went and did it anyway. And look what happened. Don't run a red light this time. I didn't run a red light last time. It's just that I broke the train. Definitely a sense of deja vu this time. Did I? Yeah, I did. This is why we don't leave you on your own. Well, I asked Larwood to change the livery and change the weather. But he said the weather won't be rainy all the time, and so I did it myself. I don't know how a livery would break the controls though. That was a bit weird. I'll soon see if it does it in this. Right, 60 mile an hour. So we are blaming Larwood. Yep, absolutely, 100%. He didn't ask me to change the livery. I did. He didn't change the weather. Yeah, basically Larwood, the controls froze. I had no control. I braked and had no control. Hopefully it doesn't happen in this. I haven't changed anything on this one. Don't have a domestic on stream. Yeah, we'll kiss and make up afterwards. Right, can we make it to Downmuir this time? Because we didn't make it there last time. there a cab light in here? Doesn't appear to be. Oh, I thought I'd lost power for a second then. It's just very slow. Switches on the right. No, I've been through those. Destination light. Headlight. Tail light. Destination display. Marker light. Compressor. And that's it. Well, it's in Scotland, isn't it? It's generally gloomy. Right, well I braked and we've still got power, so that's a good thing. So yeah, if you just joined, it's a two-parter, this one, because it's going to be 5.5 hours. Well, it'll be longer than that now. So we'll do probably 2.5 hours of it tonight, or another 2.5 hours of it tonight, and then we'll finish it off on Thursday. Tomorrow there'll be 2 streams, one at lunchtime, and then one in the evening. Doing a jet flight tomorrow night in MSFS, and going to be doing something at lunchtime. I was going to be farming, but might do something different. A Scottish Power on strike, what, because of the lack of lights? First jet flight for you. Oh god, that's... Hang on, you're working tomorrow. Hi Connor. What about a space flight? Well, if we go high enough. Alright, 40 through the points. And then we got a 55. Slight bit of speeding. Well, you might feel better tomorrow. Right, back to a 60. Can we get to Dalmuir and stop? Probably not. I still don't know, well, say 120 miles to our destination. Our average speed is going to be quite low for it to take 5 and a bit hours to do that distance. You know, HST, hour, done. So it's 25 stops in all, I think. Shame it wasn't a complete stopper, because we could have stopped at all these little ones as well. Roy Bridge is on this route, yeah, and Carrow. Carrow's one place I'd love to go and visit. And there's some other places that I can't pronounce as well. Right, 2 miles to go. There's a train. That's definitely a sense of déjà vu. Bing. So yeah, as I was saying before we had the issues before, because this is the conclusion of our journey starting in Penzance and going all the way up to Mallaig, it's what do we do after that? The only way of getting back from Mallaig is to do the whole of this journey backwards. So back to Glasgow. But the problem then is there's no other way, I don't think, out of Glasgow rather than going back to Edinburgh and pretty much going back down the same route that we went on. So I don't want to just repeat the journey but going the other way. Yeah, you can't do it in train sim though. Right, well it definitely did seem like it was me that broke the route then, or broke the train, by changing the livery thing. No, the closest you can get is at the end of the southeastern high speed. It does sound good. I do like a diesel. Right, station number 1 approaching. This time we've actually made it. Looks like we made it. We're late, obviously. Because why wouldn't we be? Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at Dalmuir. Dalmuir is this station. There's more stations to come after this, and so just look at the list of the station things that's posted on the train somewhere. The next stop will be something. Oh, hang on, I've done a thing. Bear with me. I got my microphones tangled up. How have I done that? Aha! I managed to... I've got my old mixing desk out and connected it into my current mixing desk. Hello there. Hang on, I can do a thing while I'm waiting. Let's have some fun. Hello there. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Hello. I seem to be in quite an echoey cab now. There's a lot of echo in here. It's a bloody large cab, this is. Can this mixing desk do Bristol? No, it can't. Right, well, looks like we're waiting a long time. I'm going to have some fun with that. It's a pain because I've got to swing the other microphone in. I'm trying to think of a way of getting this microphone also into the other mix. If I knew how this mixing desk worked, I could do it through this, but I don't. So I had to dig my old mixing desk out. So now I've got 2 mixing desks by the side of me. It's not complicated at all. Right, it's keeping us a long time here at Dalmuir. I did say I wasn't getting the old mixing desk out. But I just wanted to... see if it still worked. But the first 3 faders don't, which is why I got rid of it in the first place. Can we see via the webcam? No, because the webcam's behind the second mixing desk. I can't even see the webcam. Yeah, I can't see the webcam's on top of the shelf to my right, on top of my audio compressor. And it's sideways, so I can't see anything on it. Anyway, stations we're stopping at. Dumbarton Central, I can pronounce that. Helensburgh, whatever it's called. That place. Go via Glen Douglas. Then by some places. Upper Tyndrum. Bridge of Orkey. Rannoch, Carawa. Tulloch. I thought they made the tea cakes. Then Roybridge. Speen Bridge. Fort William. Banavie. Corpac. Lochell. Glenfinnan. Don't they make whiskey? Was that Glenfiddich? Arisaig, Morar, and Mallaig. So lots of places. No. Definitely 100% that is not happening, Shorty. Yeah, but no, I'm going to pronounce them wrong. It's going to be a thing. Glenn and Douglas. They must have been interesting guys to be around. Nice guys. Never called me back. I hope it's not going to keep me waiting this long at all these stations, especially as I'm late. If I've got to... Glenfinnan is the Harry Potter bridge. Ah, it's not as good as Roy Bridge, though. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Just pronounce... No, I'm just going to not pronounce the ones that I can't pronounce. That makes sense. I think it makes sense. It's definitely holding me here a long time. Come on, people. How long do the people need to go getting on the train at this place? It makes no sense. And you expected anything different? You're one who's going to get lost in London or fall in the water. Crispy's going to be put in the water. Well, Ed's threatening to put Crispy in the water, but Ed isn't going to London, so that makes that difficult, doesn't it? Right, Dumbarton Central is next. No, don't go into... No, don't. I didn't mean to put it into that one. I meant to do that one. Ed's not going to London. He's coming here on Friday, but isn't going to London. Right. Onwards. He's going home. Right, 6 miles to Dumbarton Central. And Larwood was right, for once. He's never right. The rain has indeed done the no longer raining thing. No, he's not. What part of not going to London don't you quite understand? Well, yeah, if it rained all the time, we'd all be, well, underwater. Okay, that's a radio. Check the TPWS brake demand light. No, I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. There are a lot of things in here, isn't there? It's like the thing up there and the thing down there, and call ahead for a Just Eat. I wonder if any train drivers have done that. Yeah, can I order a Just Eat? Can you just wait at the station? suppose they get frowned upon though, don't they, if they eat on the job? Oh, hang on, we're doing a speeding up thing now. So we're still heading in a northwesterly direction then towards Dumbarton. And it's raining again. I think this is the AP version because it sounds good. I can't remember what I've got from AP and what I haven't. Wow, that was bendy. It gets bendier as you go north. Well, hopefully not, Shorty, because I was late into that first station, yet it still held me. So I'm hoping it isn't going to hold me for 5 minutes. That's probably why it's taken bloody 5.5 hours, because it's going, if it does, then I won't be amused. Sorry, was I early? No, I was late. I'm due in this one at 8:51:25. I'm ETA's 8:51:09. So at the moment I'm 15 seconds early. 14 minutes hold time. Jesus. Well, that might be the point where I was 3 minutes early. How? That might be the point where I split the streams then, because I can just sit and wait for 14 minutes at the start of the next one. But yeah, at the moment I'm running about 20 seconds early. To get to Rannoch. Well, yeah, because I lost 25 minutes at the beginning of this because of my inability to change a livery. What was going to be 5.5 hours in total of stream time is going to be 6. So I need to make this stream 3 hours, and then the other stream on Thursday 3 hours then. Just need to make sure I'm back from the New Forest in time. Right, Dumbarton Central approaching. Well, it's not approaching, I'm approaching it. Oh, it does sound good when braking. Easy make it to Rannoch in that time. I did a run in 5 hours 14 minutes, but that was in a freight which hardly stopped, and that was only to Helensburgh. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll be able to see by the timetable, won't we? See what will be 2.5 hours in, roughly. I was panicking then. I was going to stop at this one. It's definitely going to be a very chilled journey. It's going to be a stagger. It's not a fast train. It isn't a fast train. I thought the 166 was slow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now arriving at Dumbarton Central. Dumbarton Central is the place we're arriving at with a bit of an echo, it would seem. And stopped a bit early. That's fine, most of the train's on there. Okay, so we're actually about 30 seconds early at that one. Hopefully it doesn't hold us too long. It does sound good though. It's diesel, so you know it's going to sound good. Yeah, tomorrow lunchtime I'm going to be back with something. I don't know what yet. And then tomorrow night we've got a jet flight. So a jet flight and tunes tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, the second part of this. There'll be a early morning stream on Friday. And then nothing then until Sunday. I'm being invaded by idiots on Friday daytime, and then going into Londinium with idiots on Saturday. Alright, quite like the fact, well, 9 miles apart has been the average so far with these first two stops. Quite built up with colourful water. One day I'll sort that out. Obviously some sort of graphical issue with my train sim. It's only been there a couple of years. So we got Sir Helensburgh, Gare Lockheed, Glen Douglas over there. Hang on, so where are we now? So if we look 2 hours from now, where will we be at about 11? Rannoch. So if we can get to Rannoch then, that'll give it 2.5 hours the other side. So we'll see. It's going to be close. That's quite tunnely. That's definitely quite tunnely. I should imagine it's a very busy line, or will this be busy up to a point? Is there a point where it splits and then just becomes really not very busy Another bit up over Carrara doesn't get a lot of trains. I'd love to go to that cafe place at Carrara, having seen it a couple of times in Jeff Marshall's videos. It does look really nice. You can stay there as well. It's a B&B, I think. Oh, okay, so you reckon we're going to be kept waiting for trains to come the other way? Helensburgh's just past Glasgow. Well, yeah, we've only been gone 20 miles, so it's going to be somewhere close, isn't it? So after Helensburgh, it's going to be single. It's being dumped. I keep pressing the Train Sim World one. No, try again. Without the mouse in it. Go on, go out screen. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, so no Train Sim World 3 this week. We'll be doing that again next week. Or I think we're doing a Southeastern High Speed. So a few multiplayer games next week, making up for the fact that we didn't do many this week. Wednesday, currently looking to do OMSI. Next Friday is going to be Balls. Next Saturday, Sims 4. 9.5 hours from Swindon to Carrara. That's not bad. That's a good day. Yeah, but how much though? I bet it's horrendously expensive to get up there. So it was like 200 and something pounds to get to Penzance. You know, there's a line, isn't there? If you can get there in a similar time by car, but it costs you less, then go by car. If you can get there in a similar time or faster by train, and it costs you less than go by car, go by train. I personally don't see the point of paying more money to take the same amount of time to go somewhere than you could do it driving. Yeah, I wouldn't do a 5.5 hour stream on a Saturday lunchtime, would I? Because then I wouldn't have time to do the Saturday evening stream. And this isn't Train Sim World 3. 168 quid. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. Was that? I'm guessing that was one way. Okay, that was return and chuck it an overnight stay. That's a good weekend, isn't it? Travel up on a Saturday, stay overnight, travel back on the Sunday. I'd do that. Right, so 3 and a bit miles from Helensburgh. Where apparently it all goes singly, so that'll be a bit more fun. What are we doing time? We're due in at 9:06. Our ETA is 9:04. I don't know how we're running early. I've not been speeding. So it is going to hold us at every station. Hopefully not for too long. Well, no, because it should be timetabled for this sort of train. But so I'm late, aren't I? I'm not normally early for things. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that did sound good, slowing down. Yeah, I like the audio in this. Right, so I'm not going to rush to Helensburgh because we're only going to sit there then, aren't we? Look out to the right. Okay, it's some hills and some houses. Right, 2 miles to go. Station down there, that's quite cool. That sort of splits off, goes down there. I'm guessing it joins back up again round here. Or maybe it doesn't, maybe it loops under. Or was that an end and it's a back out again? Oh no, it's down there. Oh, it's going off down there. Oh, we've gone all single track. And it's raining again. Oh, I can only push my shaft forward. I can't pull it back. It's unfortunate. Oh, I see. So it splits off there. Goes to Helensburgh Central. That place. Right, Helensburgh Upper. So at what point do we split? I can't remember. So I wonder if that'll be on this journey or on part 2. I'm not doing well with the words today. I haven't spoken much today. That's probably what it is. Brain not getting utilised. Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be arriving at Helensburgh Upper. Those passengers wishing to depart here at Helensburgh Upper, then please get off, well, here at the Helensburgh Upper. Do a Swedish accent on that. God, look, the coordination I've got to do actually doing it. I've got to mute this mic, unmute that mic, which I should do. Should move it, then unmute it. But it's swing the other mic arm round, which is why my head's doing all this. It's not an easy process. And then try to do a Swedish accent. Yeah, I think I'll be disassembling that tomorrow. I just wanted to see if I could get it working. That's where's the train? There it is. And into Helensburgh. Upper we slide, apparently. Yeah, some of the doors open. You don't need all of them. You only need some of them. And Swedish has got two E's in it now, is it? Is that a thing? Is that officially how it's pronounced? Or how it's spelt? You're turning into Trent. Uh-huh. Right, we're not taking too long to load from here. It's not bad. I could cope with being sat here for a while. Bit of a table, some seats. Seats are always handy when sitting down in the train. I just find that having a seat is good. The last day of 2023 will be... No, it won't. Only if you're American. The rest of us in the educated world, it'll be 31/12/23. And we're in the educated world, so we do it properly. We do date, month, year. Not month, year. Not month, day, year. You will not receive any further messages until you're approaching Cranlerich. Brakes, thank you. Stop, obtain token. Have we actually got to stop here? Let's just stop here and see what happens. Nothing will happen, but we'll stop here anyway because it says to stop here. Yeah, we stopped. That'll do. So why not put that sign back there at the end of the station? Because you've got to stop at the station anyway. So why not put the sign back there? Do the thing. What thing? The token thing. No. Too late now, I'm not reversing. Upright. Yeah, I can't. No. It doesn't work. There is nothing pressable on there. See, I won't do it. I was right. I'm not stupid as Crispy looks. Oh wow, okay, so 45 here, down to a 35. So we're due in there at 9:17. My ETA is 9:18. So yeah, currently running late, which is what I want really. I don't want to be on time or early. I want to be late so it doesn't hold me. Just imagine it's quite an interesting job doing timetables. It's quite a lot involved, isn't it? Because it's not just a case of working out, right, if this train left there at that time, what time's it going to arrive there? It's making sure that you don't have trains coming into the same station all at the same time. Yeah, that's a bit bendy. Well, yeah, I'll try not to derail. Oh, back up to a 60. So yeah, we'll see if we can get roughly halfway this evening on this one, especially because of my 25-minute delay at the beginning. We're a little bit behind. Well, 25 minutes. Okay, a 60. Give it the beans. Oh, not a very long stretch of 60, but you know, intersection at 60, we should be grateful. Well, that's not exactly a gentle bend. Okay, well, it's still in the green as far as G-force is concerned, but we've been thrown about slightly at that one. Passengers need a bit of excitement. Should be chilled. Blimey, yeah, okay, that was a bit rapid round there. Definitely spill your coffee, wouldn't you? Yeah, chilled with half the train missing. Yeah, just don't look behind. Obviously, when this was designed, you know, track IR wasn't a thing, so you'd be restricted as to how far you could look, so you wouldn't know anything was missing. With track IR, and I can look all the way round. Yeah, it's just a bit of string, a bit of nylon rope linking the two together. Well, I suppose I can see now why it is going to take this amount of time. If the track's going to be like this for the duration of the journey. Right, I briefly saw our next stop on the list of the stoppy places. Well, yeah, and I don't want to risk being early, so yeah, it's a 40 mile an hour limit, so 40 mile an hour. It is quite treey. Is that a word? So I'm guessing it's going to be single track between each station, and we're going to have a passing point at the stations. So that's the point where we're going to be kept waiting if there's something coming the other way. Depends on how the route's modelled. I don't know at what point as well it breaks from route to route, because this is a couple of different routes linked together. I don't know if there's any bits that have been added in to link them, or whether it is just an exact overlay. Wow, yeah, that's quite a corner. And slowing it down. This is the second bit. Oh, okay. How many bits is it in total? See, that sounds quite good. 3, okay. That's a surprise. I thought we would have gone round that side. Right, into this one we come. Right, how long is it going to hold us here? We shall see. Oh, one person got off. That's something. It wasn't a completely wasted stop then. We got a passenger got off the train. Whoop, whoop. So we got to go via Glen Douglas, Arrochar and Tarbet. There. And drop off the carriages there. Pick up at there. Upper Tyndrum, Bridge of Orkney. I think we might only get as far as the Bridge of Orkney, but we'll see. Hang on, I did not allow passengers to... What? Pick up passengers from here. I got here. How much further at Fort William? Did we actually go to Fort William? Finnan, Lockwood, Corpac, Fort William. 3 hours. So I was running late. Yeah, I also said I didn't pick up passengers from there. Yeah, quite clearly, I did. check and make sure your stereo's working correctly. Right ear, left ear, right ear, left ear. Just to check to make sure you haven't got headphones on the wrong way round. Right, so we've got to go via Glen Douglas. Wasn't he a... no, it's Michael Douglas I was thinking of. So wasn't he an actor type person? It's a pain in the backside. I'm going to be unplugging it all tomorrow. I just wanted to get it out to see if I could do it. And I can. Right, slightly uphill now. Yeah, I think the audio of this is definitely making it for me. The engine sounds good. Where do we get to? We're on our way to Glen Douglas. And the sun's coming out. Submarine base. I thought that was something else up there. The sun got its hat on. Yeah, because it's a bit hot out. That's the one. Yeah. Life in the fast lane. That's definitely quite uphilly. Is that not? They did say something about the fuel gauge not being well working, but 450 gallons, considering the pacer did Edinburgh to London on a couple of 100 gallons. I think we should be fine. Yeah, there'll be quite a bit of a weight in there to push. Yeah, Russell was right, which I hate to say, and you know, we don't want to sort of point people towards that, but yeah, definitely gets a bit twisty. So we're due, and I go via at 9:28. Our ETA is 9:30, and yeah, I am going a little bit slower than I could do, but I'd rather run a couple of minutes late than early and have it risk me stopping. Plus, with that 14-minute stop, then that could cause us some issues. Oh, I imagine that'd be quite epic. Yeah, I'd love to do that Caledonia sleeper, and the one down to Penzance. think just the idea of waking up in Penzance in the early hours of the morning, there's something quite pleasing about that. But it just seems a bit, you know, travel to London, get on a train at 11 o'clock at night, to then come back past where I've travelled from, to then wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning down in Penzance. And the fact that when you're on board, you just go into your little room and that's it. There's nowhere to sit, it's just a bed. So you're expected to sort of go in and sleep. So I think it's one of those things that you do for the experience of doing it rather than the necessity for doing it. I shan't imagine there are many people that in London that need to be in Penzance first thing in the morning. There may be. Businessmen may use it. That's why I like the idea of doing the Amtrak one, is because, yeah, you're sleeping, but you're also just chilling out in your little roomette thing, and you've also got the interaction in the observation car, the dining car, and there's breaks throughout the course of the day where you get off like 15-20 minutes. But that's like a 3-day journey, not 8 hours. Stops at Reading as well. What, the sleeper? Does it? Okay. Yeah, but then you've still got, that's not cheap. And then you've got to get back from Penzance. So it's a lot of money. You know, if I wanted to go to Penzance, I'd rather just get in the car and drive there. Although I do want to do that journey by train, but I'd only do it if I could get a really good price. And obviously sit on the left. Right, so we've got 1.5 miles to go via at Glen Douglas North. Then we've got a bit of a slowing down section. So pick up passengers there, and then drop off half-hour train there, and then carry on as a 2-car. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow lunchtime I'll be back with something. I'm not sure what yet. I was going to do a bit on the farm. And then tomorrow night we've got a jet flight in MSFS going from Miami to somewhere. And then Thursday night, the conclusion of this journey. Because it being 5.5 hours, we won't be doing the whole thing this evening. Right, single yellow. That's a lot of speeding. Okay, so is the next one actually going to be a red? We're not going to do the token thing. Shouldn't have thought we'll see a train coming the other way. Blimey, talk about slow us down. I suppose that is a little bit twisty around there, and slightly downhill. Okay, up to a 25. How good's the catering? There isn't any. That's how good it is. Bring your own sandwiches. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning, I can't see how it's going to take 5 hours to do 120 miles. I can now see how it takes 5 hours to do 120 miles. I was looking forward to the badger soup. An albatross. 129 quid. That's not bad. For the experience, it is something I would like to do. Just, you know, one of those things to say, yeah, I've done that. I think it's worth spending that sort of money to do it. But you are pretty much just getting on a train, going to sleep, waking up in Penzance. Or the Orient Express. That's where the Amtrak stuff I was going to do this year would have been better. I'm waiting to do that until I can do it with someone and not do it alone. So hopefully next year. Oh, there's plenty of places in Cornwall around Penzance. St Ives a bit expensive, but around Penzance isn't so bad. So you could then on the Saturday then you could then do the branch line down St Ives. St Ives is really nice. I've been down to Cornwall for about 10 years. Or speeding up. And you gotta speed it up. And then you gotta slow it down. It takes 7 wives. Yeah, I won't be having one there, don't 7. Seven cats and 7 kittens, 7 dolphins and 7 mittens, whatever it was. Something like that. Good thing this thing has got good brakes, isn't it? Noah's Ark. Yeah, 2 dolphins, 2 cats, 2 crocodiles. Oh, I need to watch that Eddie Izzard concert where he talks about Noah's Ark. It's so funny. I haven't watched any stand-up in a while. Spent this afternoon, before I twiddled around with my mixing desks, watching 2 episodes of Stranger Things. I only got 1 to go now. I came to the party late with that one, but God, it's good. Breaking chicken penne, that one. That was a noise. How are we stopping in a mile when the next station isn't even on the thing yet? Oh, there it is, it's down there. That'll be a station down there then. Luke, I am your father. I still haven't seen the last couple of Star Wars films. The Last Jedi, I stopped watching after about 3 minutes. Because at the end of the one before that, where she found Luke in the middle of the Irish Sea, and the film ended with Luke, and the next film didn't start with that, I was most disappointed. So I stopped watching and I haven't watched any of them since. I got slightly bored with a couple of the recent series as well. The Book of Boba Fett was a bit boring. I never bothered watching the other one. I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian though. I do like that. Colin was here last night. He was back last night. We suitably took the mickey out of him and he left again, I think. Colin the Jedi. We don't know where he's from yet. He hasn't really said that much. Gonna make it to Glasgow. Well, we're on our way from Glasgow, so yeah. We're heading to Mallaig now from Glasgow. Right, here we come to this place, Arakar and Tarbit. People are getting off here as well. Whatever next? Where are you going? Why are you wandering that way? There's nothing down there. The exit's this way. Where are you going? Looks hilly. It's very, very treey. So that's where we are here. Ardor, then drop off carriages. Cranleric, Upper Tyndrum, Bridge of Orkney. Bridge of Orkney may be where we'll stop, but we'll see. Right. Forwards 8 miles, and then we got to drop off some carriages. Well, drop off half the train. We'll ignore the whole token thing. We just pretend that isn't there. So yeah, first part of this tonight. The conclusion, or the final part of this, will be on Thursday night, which just may happen to be someone's birthday. No dropping off at Ardlowy. Ardlowy? Oh yeah, Cranlarrick is to drop off. What does train do line speed? Yeah. No, it's not the King's birthday. Joe Pesci, from memory. Joe Pesci. It's his birthday. He played one of the bad guys in Home Alone. I think. Joe Pesci. Yeah, apparently I didn't drop passengers at the stop before either. He just doesn't like me. So yeah, so tomorrow lunchtime we got something. Tomorrow night flight. Thursday night the second part of this. Friday morning early, about 7 a.m. I'm going to do an hour or so of farming, and then nothing then till Sunday, because we've got our Discord meetup in London on Saturday, and I'm being invaded by a couple of people that are coming to London during the day on Friday. I won't be streaming Friday night. It was much better in my cousin Biddy. Tom Hiddleston's. I shared a birthday with Tom Hiddleston. Because we could be twins. We look identical. I'm often mistaken for Tom Hiddleston. People come up to me in the street and go, "Are you Tom?" I go, "No. But I'll sign that. It's fine." He'd make a good James Bond. Have they announced yet who the next Bond's going to be? Because I imagine they're going to start making the next one soon, aren't they? It's normally every like 3 or 4 years. This is definitely a bit twisty. February the 9th is the 40th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 325 days remain till the end of the year. Well, so in 16 years' time on my 40th birthday, that'll be my 40th birthday on the 40th day of the year. That's quite impressive. You can't have a woman playing Bond. You just can't. I could be the next Bond. I could. Yeah, I can definitely now see why this isn't a rapid route. Imagine it'd be stunning to go on. Imagine doing this in the summer. Chocolate Day will be the 3rd day of Valentine's. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Back up a minute. What do you mean Valentine's week? No, it's Valentine's Day. One day, the 14th, that's it. They don't get a bloody week. Valentine's bloody week. No. If I don't get a birthday week, you're not having a Valentine's week. I celebrate my birthday on Chocolate Day, and I'm not eating chocolate. Well, I did have a Whisper Gold last Friday, but that's irrelevant. It's Saint Valentine's Day. Was he played by Roger Moore? Well, yeah, as soon as Christmas was over, it was Valentine's. Valentine's is over. Well, it's already got Easter eggs out. Then it'll be Easter. Then it'll be all the summer holiday stuff. Then it'll be back to school. Then once they're back at school, it'll be fireworks, and then it'll be Christmas again. Halloween, yeah, we don't do as much of that here as they do in America. Well, I got one Christmas card, I think, two Christmas cards. I'm not expecting any birthday cards. I'm certainly not expecting any Valentine's cards. Right, so we're just under 4 miles to go to Ardluy. Pronounced that wrong. You never know. Well, unless Mr. Postman brings something tomorrow or Thursday. Or Mrs. Postman, or Ms. Postman, or someone identifying themselves on that day as a postperson. Yeah, the coronation weekend. Yeah, that's the 8th of May. I normally take that week off. That's been my next week off work. So the good thing is I've only got to use 4 days holiday. So the 9th of May, I'm going to see a concert down in Bournemouth. So it's actually quite handy being off. Age is but a number. You're as old as you feel. Yeah, this thing definitely isn't covering a lot of ground very quickly, is it? Maturity is for cheese and wine. I've never believed in acting your age. My old man was the same as me. He was very young at heart. Even when he was in his 90s, he'd go and get his pension, and he'd moan about all the old people. Speak to him on a Monday night. When you get a pension today, for the bloody old people, stupid old biddies out on a bloody Monday, got nothing better to do. I'm like, they're probably younger than you, Dad. Well, I should have bloody better things to do, bloody getting in my way. So yeah, it's definitely a mental thing with age. Well, yeah, 68, bloody retirement. Give it another bloody 10, 20 years and it'll be flipping 70. My private pension's due to kick in when I'm 65, thankfully. If my dad streamed, he'd be... Oh, my dad's humour was awesome. He's where I get my humour from. He had a very dry sense of humour. We had... both my brothers took one of them. They had these stuffed dogs. One was a I think one was a Dalmatian, one was like a, what the hell was it? Like a Rottweiler. And they were sat down, so they sat about 2 and a bit feet tall, and they'd sit them at the top of the stairs. You'd go round in Christmas, and they'd be wearing Santa hats. In the summer, he'd put sunglasses on them. I've got a picture on my phone of my dad sat on the sofa with one of these dogs sat next to him, both of them wearing silly hats. His sense of humour was just, it was, oh, he was such an awesome guy. I've got a little porcelain dog that was theirs. It's still on the unit at the bottom of my stairs, where I've got pictures of them, and they called it Larry. I don't know why, but they called it Larry. And if I went in and my dad had been eating a cake or something, or he'd have crumbs down him, "You've been eating a cake?" "No, it's a bloody Larry." I looked round, he came over it, he leapt up onto me, he ransacked me, he ate the cake, put the crumbs all over me, then dashed back and sat there. You look at him, sat there all bloody innocent. Oh, he was just hilarious. And he's the one that started antagonising the budgie that I've now inherited. So I've carried on antagonising the budgie. Anyway, we are now approaching Ardlowy. So you think I'm random? Learn from the best. He was one of those guys that not anyone had a bad word to say about him. Not a single person. And my mum, actually. Even when mum was in a lot of pain and couldn't walk and stuff, she always had a smile. Right, we are now approaching Ardlowy. Sounds like Hardlowy. Oh, there's a train. Obviously waiting for me. Blimey, that was close. Well, that's the thing. You know, you never know when you're going to go. So make the most of it. That train stopped there to get the token. That was Louis hard. Well, not at the start of the evening. Right, so the next station is one we got to detach the rear of the train. Is that train behind me actually going to go, or is it just going to sit there? I'm guessing it's just going to sit there. You did not allow the passengers to board. I did. Look, one got off and everything, and the doors just shut. Stupid bloody scenario. You take the token to enter a single track section of track, so that no other train could then be on that section. Yeah, the door's open. It's just a scenario. Thought I could hear a steam train then. Right, so just up here, we've got to stop again. Well, it says 0.28, but that's not going down. Okay. Why is that saying in 0.28 of a mile? Well, it's 8 miles over there. Is it broken? Unless as the crow flies, it's only 0.28 of a mile, but we're just doing one hell of a loop around. We'll see what happens. Well, at least that figure's not going up. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, distance is going down, but just that's broken, so that's 7.8 miles. And then detach the rear of the train. So we're due there at, so what have we got, 25 past 7. So an hour. So I reckon we'll get to the, it'll take us another hour to do 20 miles to the Bridge of Orkney. Well, another 45 minutes. So we might, hour and 8, we might get to Rannoch then. So which means we do Corral, so Rannoch 11:08. So about 2.5 hours then to do on Thursday. Yeah, I should imagine in the right weather this is a stunning line to be on. Although in the winter I would have thought it would look quite nice, but I don't know how often it gets closed due to bad weather. Yeah, there's no way this is going to be electrified, is it? Won't be doing that. Yeah, cheers, mate. Hi, Barry. So these will be diesels running on this for quite a while, I should imagine, until battery technology can get a train all along this route. Right, 25 limit. I guess we've got a really tight bend going on around here then. Yeah, that looks quite tight. It's an hourly service. I don't know what the frequency is. I can't imagine there'd be too many trains a day. Any views on HS2? apart from being pointless. All that money, all that destruction, to save what, 18 minutes, whatever it is. It's too far away from Steve to see it. Yeah, can't quite see it from here, even with some binoculars. Right, how far are we away? Okay, so 5 miles to go. Well, yeah, okay, but still a lot of money and a lot of destruction of countryside. How many services on the M5 is there between Birmingham and Swindon? 2. Michaelwood services, which is up by Birmingham Junction 3. And then you've got the one at Worcester. Why can't you go more than like an hour without having a pee or something? Shouldn't have to stop. Of Ed's safety, or he stopped regularly for a Kit Kat. Oh, it's a law. Or are those options for letting Ed out of the car and that's it? Yeah, I've got some Kit Kats in the fridge. I'm already thinking of all of our sanity having to spend 8 hours with Crispy and Ethan. Whose stupid idea was that? Right, I've got to keep my eye on this thing now, haven't I? Where? Right, 4 miles. Okay. Oh, Maltesers. I do like a Malteser. I'm trying to not eat chocolate. Although I did polish off a tube of Pringles between last night and this afternoon watching Stranger Things. Yeah, liking this route. It's definitely very chilled. Yeah, Nico, once you get off the M5, there's nothing. There's nowhere to stop. One petrol station. 2 petrol stations. That's it. No services. 10k cream egg? You mean a Fabergé egg? They're not edible, are they? They're a jewel encrusted egg. I was looking at watches today and saw one I really liked in a jeweller's window that I might go back and get tomorrow, but anyway, that's another matter. And I was looking at one, I looked at it and thought, oh, I really like that. That's really nice. Saw the price tag at £7,500. Thought, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I bought a tag once. I bought two of them. I bought one for 450 quid and one was about 1200 quid back when I had money, and was too scared to wear them. Well, nowadays with a smartwatch being, you know, 300 quid or 400 quid, because everyone's wearing them, no one thinks twice about it now. Well, I'm giving up wearing my smartwatch. Right, so we've only got a couple of miles then before we've got to detach the rear of the train. So that's at there, and pick up passengers. Go to there, go to Bridge of Orkney, which is over there, and Rannoch is 30 miles away. It'll either be Bridge of Orkney or Rannoch where we'll stop for this evening. We'll see how we go, and then the balance of the journey we'll do on Thursday. See, I really wish Train Sim World would do this, although there's only one route, I think, where there's a crossover. That's the East Coast Way and the London to Brighton. But just this ability to stitch routes together and create these really long routes is so cool. Okay, so we've got our stop point a mile away. So I'm guessing that's at the station. Yeah, platform 2. Yeah, I don't know. I've not seen any definitive reason as to why the routes on Train Sim World 3 are all around an hour. I thought originally it was down to the limitations of consoles, but with next-gen consoles, doing a longer route won't be an issue. So I don't know what the limitation is as to why they're all at just around an hour on Train Sim World 3. Generally not a problem, because an hour is fine for most people, but it would be nice to have a couple of hours. Say, I installed Train Sim World 3 on my old gaming PC downstairs today, and sat doing a route with a controller actually, so I normally use keyboard. It was actually quite nice just to use a controller. We're now approaching Cranlough. Split the two trains before opening the doors. Okay. I'm guessing one goes down there then, and one goes round there. Okay. Edge forward slightly and open the doors. Okay. Bit of edging going on now then. You'd have thought you'd have opened the doors before you split the train, wouldn't you? Because otherwise now the person that's getting into that train has got to let those passengers off. So you'd have thought I would have opened the doors of both bits, the whole train, then split them, and then I'd sod off. Or close the doors, then split them, then sod off. So these passengers can get on or off. Doesn't it make sense? I was going to hold us here for a little while as well, by the looks of things. Hold me now. Oh yeah, because there's so many people getting on here. So a few more stops then of this part one. Part two will be on Thursday evening. Tomorrow night doing a jet flight. We're going to play some music as well tomorrow night. I'll let you choose the music, which sometimes goes well, sometimes doesn't. And then tomorrow lunchtime I will be here at midday with something. I don't know what yet. And then Friday morning, an early morning farming stream, about 7 AM on Friday. Shower naked. That's generally the preferred way to do it. Otherwise your clothes get wet. And then nothing then until Sunday lunchtime. And then back next week, Tuesday, with some more train sim. Wednesday will be... Actually, might not do train sim Tuesday, because we've done it twice this week. I might do something else next Tuesday. Because we've done it twice. Yeah. Yeah, change things up a bit next week. Do something else on the Tuesday instead. Maybe see if construction sim's fixed or something. Or do that Wednesday. I don't know. I can't make these sort of decisions. It's too far away. Surgeon sim. Yeah, I do want to do that again. I said I was going to try and work out SimRail this week, but that hasn't happened yet. Tomorrow on my agenda is going shopping and cleaning the car. That's going to take all day. Wow, they are keeping me here a long time, aren't they? Well, I want to clean it, but then it's going to the New Forest on Thursday and it's going into London on Saturday. So it's not exactly going to stay clean, but at least it gets all the grime and salt off it. Right, Upper Tyndrum is next in 5 miles. Has that got a... That's a yellow. Okay. City bus manager. I don't know. To me, a sign of a good game is one that you want to go back and play. As much as I enjoyed City Bus Manager, I don't think there was enough there to draw me back to it. It's not something that's long term. Right, so other train I reckon is going down there then. And we're going on this way. landed up there by the looks of things. Imagine if the real line looks anything like this. That's going to be epic. Where's the nearest airport to Glasgow, isn't it? Donut. Fly to Glasgow. Well, it's only about a 6-hour drive to Glasgow, isn't it? I'm going to be early. Yeah, a couple of minutes. Because if you flew to Glasgow, by the time you've driven to Bristol Airport, which is an hour and a bit, got there like an hour early, then flown, that's 3 hours. Then you've got to get from the airport into the city, that's probably 4 hours. You're only saving like about 2 hours on driving it. It's a lot more expensive. Well, I was going to be early until I'm now not going fast enough. Definitely a bit uphilly. Definitely some uphilliness going on. What do I get from Swindon to Mallaig on a tank of diesel? What's the distance? I reckon I could get just over 600 miles on a tank. The motorway mileage, 600, 650, something like that. Hi, Gary. Right, definitely uphill. So we got Upper Tyndrum is next, then Bridge of Orkney, and then I reckon, so they were due there at 10:28, so that's 5 minutes. 10:47, that's 25 minutes. 40 minutes. Yeah, we might get to Rannoch. If not, we'll certainly get to Bridge of Orkney. I've actually got to slow it down a bit here. No, Roy Bridge is on here, but we won't get there tonight. But Roy Bridge is on this line, 514 miles, easy then. I'd certainly do Glasgow non-stop from here. That's an easy run. We're nearly here yet. Nope. Upper Tyndrum, then the Bridge of Orkney. Yeah, 1.3 miles. I'm just looking in 40 minutes. Yeah, we might not get to Cranach then. It's actually been really nice and chilled. Almost gutted I didn't just go with this one in the first place. And we sort of, well, I ballsed it up for the first 25 minutes, but hey ho. It is what it is. Train from Swindon to Mallaig, £261 return. So that probably cost, with today's fuel prices, 120, or half that at least in fuel. And quicker. Although the train more relaxing. So if I go back to York this year, I'll drive rather than take the train. Yeah, and it's the changes that are going to cost you the time, isn't it? You know, time I get the train from here to, well, if I got the train from here to Gloucester, it'd be quicker to get to Gloucester by car, because I'm like 25 minutes from the air balloon. And then time you change from Gloucester to go to Birmingham, you'd be past Birmingham for sure. So yeah, it'd only be on the slog up the M6 is where the train might pick up some time. Right, in we come. Upper Tyndrum, where we are late. Those trees appeared. And do the stopping thing. Where of course it will say that I haven't let anybody on or off the train. It's like, yep, thanks train. Despite the fact that I have let people on or off. Well, no one got on or off, but if people had been on the train, I would have quite happily have let them, you know, off it. But they weren't on it. So if they're not on it, I can't let them off it. And it's going to hold me here. Well, if it's holding me here for a train coming the other way, then you'd almost expect it. There are people. Occasionally you see passengers get off. No one's getting on and off here though. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Upper Tyndrum. Upper Tyndrum is the current platform where we are stood. If you care to get off and stretch your legs for a few minutes, we'll be here for a little bit of time. There is some sightseeing you can do out the side of the train, at some trees and some hills. We will shortly be leaving Upper Tyndrum, heading towards our next station stop that I can't remember. ETA is 10:24, the actual time is 10:31. Yeah, that's the time we were expected here. But we sort of didn't, did we? I think it's because the distance was out on that other one. Yeah, whatever you do, don't read the small print. If I had room to leave that mixer set up and I could get my microphone into it and out of, I could do technically. I could feed, oh bloody hell, I could feed my microphone into that mixer, back out of that mixer into this mixer, so I could then add the. Or if I knew how to work my current mixer, because I can do that on my current mixer. But I don't know how it works. That one, you just press a button and the sound effects is on whatever channel's live. This one, I've got to put insert cables from outputs to inputs and then do things and then twiddle knobs. It's too complicated. I've only had it 2.5 years. I still don't know how it works. And I can't get to the back of it to see where the cables go. No, Go XLR won't work for me because I have inputs from other sources. If I was running stuff from one PC, Go XLR is really good. But because I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inputs going in, none of which are USB. They're all audio sources from like the Amazon device, from my streaming PC, from this PC. So yeah, Go XLR looks good and it would be great to streamline the setup, but it wouldn't work for me because my setup is complicated. Right, finally we're about to leave here. Bridge of Orkney, 7 miles. Was the guard going to buzz? I'm guessing not. So we're due in about 13 minutes. He's gone home. He got off. It's like, yeah, sod this. I ain't doing that. See how it does look nice down there, doesn't it? If I could see without the trees. So yeah, Bridge of Orkney, 7 miles, and then Rannoch. But then it's Carrower, Tulloch, Roy Bridge, so that'll be on Thursday. Speen Bridge, Roy's brother, Fort William, Bannervie, Corpac, Loch El, Glenfinnan, that place, Morar, and finally Mallaig. So Roy Bridge and Carrower will be on Thursday. If it's attached to a restaurant, it's realistic. We'll find out on Thursday. So yeah, and then next week I won't do any train sim, apart from Train Sim World next Saturday. So Tuesday I'll do something else because we've done 2 lots of train sim this week. Yeah, it's also a special birthday stream on Thursday as well. They may put my balloons on the screen. 24. That's old. We're only 2 years behind. Looks good, sounds good. I think you joined as an innocent 16-year-old. Yes, we remember you about to turn 18 and you were going, oh, you'll be out getting drunk soon. You'd be like, no, I won't drink. I don't like the taste of alcohol. And we all went, yeah, you'll get the taste. And no, I won't. We were right. Oh, that's quite downhill. That's definitely quite downhill. But I wouldn't want to bring this thing back up this hill. Actually, it's a shame this wasn't split into a few. Well, I suppose I could do it, couldn't I? Because it's 3 separate routes. In theory, I could do the return bit as 3 separate bits, couldn't I? But I don't know at what point they overlap. It'd be nice to do this in something loco hauled, which I think one of the standard ones is, isn't it? Mallaig back to Didcot. Well, it'd be nice if we could go back to Penzance but come in a different way. I don't think we can. It is pretty cool that we have come all the way from Penzance. So we did Penzance, first one, God, memory now, no. First one was Penzance to Plymouth. Second one was Plymouth to Weston-super-Mare. Then it was Weston-super-Mare to Didcot. Then it was Didcot to Paddington, back to Didcot. Then it was Didcot to Oxford, back to Didcot, back to Oxford, up to Bicester. Then it was Bicester to Princess Risborough. Princess Risborough, then across to... Oh, where did we go across to from Princess Risborough? Somewhere that we then ended up on the Aylesbury line. And then we got the Met line from Aylesbury down to King's Cross. And then it was King's Cross to Edinburgh, Edinburgh to Glasgow, Glasgow to Mallaig. We were stuck at Didcot for a couple of weeks. That's definitely a bit twisty, considering we came from over there. No, there are routes through West Midlands. When we did the Dundee down, we came via Nottingham, Birmingham, and then I put in one that was Birmingham to Bristol, which is now broken for me. The only thing you can't do, I don't think, is you can't get from like Leeds up to or across to Glasgow. You take the West Coast main line Well, Birmingham isn't East Midlands. Birmingham's West Midlands. You can't get up the West Coast main line. That looks good. Well, we couldn't because there was a gap. Otherwise, we would have done it, wouldn't we? Because why did we then go via London? I've done it. I haven't. I did. We ended up going. We went York and then. Was it Grantham or somewhere south of Grantham? We then went across to like Derby. Then we had to get a bus on one bit because it wasn't done, and then came through Birmingham. So there isn't anywhere going up via Manchester, is there? Blimey, 60 limit now. Because if I could do that, then I'd consider coming back down again, but trying to go a route that we didn't do. Problem is that the last bit we'd have to go in via Plymouth. Right, Bridge of Orkney. Slow it down to a 50. It looks like Crannock. Get to Birmingham New Street from Oxford. No, that was the issue, wasn't it? We could get to Snow Hill, we couldn't get to New Street. And I went, no, it's not the same station. But that's from where we were. Because I've done this without cheating. We've gone from station to station. We haven't missed anything. It's been a direct... You know, if it was possible to stitch all the routes together that we've done, we could have done it, you know, by changing points as one continuous route. There have been no gaps. With the exception of going from the underground to the overground at King's Cross, but that was the same station. Right, in we come to Bridge of Orkney. Yeah, the ETA is out, isn't it? We're arriving here at 10:44. It said our ETA was 10:40. So something's a little bit out. But we're due at 10:46, so we're a couple of minutes early. Okay, yeah, that's going to hold me here for a while, isn't it? Right, Rannoch. 15 miles. 25 minutes. If it hadn't held me here... So that's going to be 11:08, and we finish at 13:34. So that's an hour and 25 minutes. 2 hours, 25 minutes. Okay. So maybe we should push on to Rannoch then. And finish there. And then it'll be Carawa. Will be our first stop after Rannoch on Thursday. One long route. I was tempted today to go, actually, you know what, I'll do it as one stream on Thursday. But then I thought, that's 5.5 hours. If I go today, it's going to be 6 hours, which means I want to be starting it at sort of 3 o'clock time to be able to do it in one long thing. And that's just, for over Christmas, whatever, is not so bad, but for a midweek, mid-afternoon stream. So no, 2 bits is better. So this is a bit in Train Sim World 3 where you get out and walk around, isn't it? As you go, no, and have a wander about. Nothing much to see, but a countryside. Bit of nature in it. I can imagine stepping off that train there. So the air would be fresh apart from the diesel smoke, but you'd ignore that. Considering we're only, I bet it's, yeah, I don't know what it's doing because we're due in at 10:46. There's no departure times on these things. No, yeah, depart 10:47. So we're a minute late. You'd think they'd go, hang on a minute, you're running late here, so we'll turn you around quickly and see if we can get you out on time. No, it's like, no, we're going to hold you here for 4 minutes, regardless of what you do and what you think. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I've never been this far up. Furthest north I've been is just a bit north of Perth. It would be nice to go all the way to the top. I'd love to go up to John O'Groats. I've done Land's End a few times. It'd be nice to go at the other end. Land's End's very touristy, and the fact that when you stand there at the point at Land's End and you look to your right, there's a bit of land further southwest than you are, and the fact that Land's End isn't the most southerly point of the UK, it's Lizard Point, which is actually much nicer because it's not as touristy. Well, southerly point of mainland UK. So yeah, going up to John O'Groats would be quite nice. That'd be a good drive. I'd like that. I don't think you can do that in one go. You may have to take a break there. It's one thing with this, isn't it? That the whole holding you at a platform thing makes no sense. Doing that in winter, good luck. Yeah, it's too much to do in a weekend, isn't it? You'd have to do it. You'd have to take a few days off to do it. But I would like to do it. A few things I want to do this year. Something each month is my plan. So London this week. In March, might go back to London. Just have a day wandering about. Easter then, I want to do something. Got a few days off for Easter, obviously. May, got the concert in Bournemouth. June, we've got the South Sea Isle of Wight trip. July, sort something. Might be a chance to do the train trip down to Eastbourne on the East Coast Way in July. That'd be quite a nice thing to do on a nice warm summer's day. And then just a few months to fill. Right, 15 miles to Rannoch then. Oh, the guard's back on again. Right, so Rannoch is the point where we're going to end. And that is where we'll carry on from next time. I'm just going to do a thing from here, just in case I forget to do it at Rannoch. The guard caught up, he got a taxi. Yeah, really enjoyable journey this has been so far. Looking forward to the second bit. Nice and chilled. $7:15. We should be down here for like 10. It's getting earlier and earlier. You may as well just bloody come now. Just message Ed, tell him to take Thursday off. Make a weekend of it. That'd be getting me out of bed at this rate. Well, I was going to stream early on Friday. Thinking, right, they're going to get here about 11 originally. Originally it was going to be 12, then it was 11. So I thought, right, I can stream 7 till 9. Then I'll have a bit of time. But it's fine. I got to clean the budgie out at some point Friday. Because I won't be doing him Saturday. So I was going to do that before they turned up as well. We'll see. I might just stream for an hour on Friday morning. It's fine. Come off about 8 o'clock. Gives you plenty of time. What, clean the budgie out? It's not a two-person job. No, it's fine. I'll just stream for an hour. It's not a problem. Right, 7:15, 8:15, so yeah. My life is all glamour. It is. So about 10 o'clock. We'll have your PC done before lunchtime. Gonna have to be the extended tour of Swindon. Right, so we've got 13 miles to go. Even there at 5. I should be awake for then anyway. I was this morning. Typical, isn't it? You're off work and I'm awake well before the alarm. Yeah, when I go back to work on Monday, the alarm will wake me up. Probably because I'm knackered from being at work. I was downstairs this morning at 5:45 and heard voices. It's like, where's that voices? Mid radio comes on at 6. It's like, how's that? I hear voices in the bedroom. Been a while since I've been in any of those. You know what, this is actually not that I do much train sim off stream, but I think this is actually a route that would be quite good to do because you could do it in bits, and I think it'd be quite interesting to take a different variety of trains along this, apart from steam obviously. That'd just be ridiculous. Yeah, steam would be a challenge with these hills. After my disaster in steam the other night on Train Sim World 3. Yeah, what a really good route. Yeah, I think I will make the return journey. I think I have to find some scenarios then to go from Mallaig back and then see what we can do when we get back to Glasgow. So that'll be like 3 weeks getting back to Glasgow. But maybe in some different trains. And then see if we can get down the country a different way than we went up it. Discord is my answer for that. Really? Okay. I'm guessing someone's posted something in Discord. Yeah, fuel gauge definitely broken. Still says 450 gallons. Yeah, just think when we left, you know, Glasgow, well, 2.5 hours ago for the second time, you know, 120 miles total. Any other train would have done that by now, but you know, we're roughly halfway. Well, we can look, can't we? How far is it to Mallaig? 86 miles. So we've only done 34 miles in 2.5 hours. That can't be right. As the crow flies, I suppose. Wow, flat out 46.6 miles an hour. Well, I said that hill we had earlier would be a challenge going up it, but okay, this is doing it, but imagine doing this at a 166. I don't think it would do it. We'd still be pulling out of Glasgow. I just imagine it'd be quite, well, pretty cool just sat looking at that view with a clickety-clack of the tracks. This is probably one of those routes where you wouldn't sit with your earbuds in. No, I should imagine it'd be one driver. It's only 5.5 hours, isn't it? Actually, no, I should imagine they probably would, because 4 hours without a break and all that. So yeah, there will be a point where they'll swap, probably halfway. So whether one driver will take it from Glasgow to halfway, have his break, and then take the next one back, and then someone else will do the northern bit. I should imagine there's quite a demand for people wanting to do this route, because it's not exactly your normal commuter run, is it? Is this a full run to Mallaig? Yeah, from Glasgow. I'm not doing it all tonight, but yeah, we started at Glasgow. We're going to stop at Rannoch. We're going to stop at Rannoch, but it does carry on all the way to Mallaig, and we'll do the second half on Thursday. No, I won't do it on Saturday. They'll change drivers at Fort William. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely a really good route. So I tried doing this a couple of years ago, but had issues with it, and haven't really had the opportunity or the time to be able to do it, and thought it'd be a good thing to add on to this trek up the country. Yeah, really enjoyed it so far. Looking forward to the second half. Quite liking the train as well. Oh, speeding. Save before I open the doors. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me to do that, because I probably would have forgotten, and I've ended up having to do that last bit again. This looks stunning. For, you know, for train sim, it just looks stunning. saving while passengers loading can cause problems. Okay. Don't forget to buy OXO cubes. I haven't used any since I bought them. I was going to do a casserole today, but then didn't. So I'll use some on Sunday. Right, 4 miles to go. Well, this was set as rainy. I don't like doing routes in the rain because it's a bit depressing out the window, but Larwood was right when he said the rain stops. It does look nice. It does look so nice. Imagine just walking across this. Oh, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Just going for a wander out here. What a really, really relaxing journey. So no need to touch the throttle. Wonder if flight's going to be relaxing. When you get up in the cruise, it's fine. That's why we're playing some music tomorrow. Right, we've got 45 at the bottom of the dip. Yeah, it's just, which again is why we're doing jets tomorrow. It's because I want to have the time to be able to set the jet up properly, and I don't get much time doing a flight during the week. Normally when I come in from work, time I have something to eat, you know, it's 6 o'clock before I can sit down at the PC, and start at 6:30. It's a bit of a push trying to get a jet set up and ready to go. So at least tomorrow I can sit down at the PC at about 5, and gives me a chance then to get the jet set up, and won't start streaming then until we're all ready to go without any time pressure. Right, so Rannoch is our point where we're going to end this evening. I was toying with swapping this to a Pacer, which I know would have broke the whole splitting the train thing, but I managed to break it anyway. But I'm actually quite glad I've done it in this, because I'm really liking this. And here we come. Roughly on time. Trying to slow down as much. Should imagine you get many passengers out here. It's more walkers. Right, and we come to Rannoch. And hula hoops. They're made by walkers now, aren't they? You get those big hoops now, which are a hula hoop you can basically shove your finger in. And yes, that's all you can shove in them. Right, let's stop. Save. To be sought. I'll save it again. And no one gets off. But there we go. We have to carry on from here on Thursday. We're going to be going to Carawa, Tulloch, Roybridge, Speenbridge, Fort William, Banavie, Corpac, Lochel, Glenfinnan. So over the Harry Potter viaduct thing. Then I'll say Morar and Mallaig. That's going to be Thursday. We will carry on from this exact spot and head that way. No, don't save it there now, do I? Done. So there we go. 3 hours, pretty much, 2 hours, 50 minutes, I suppose, with my little delay of that journey that will carry on, as I said, on Thursday. Next stream, though, is back tomorrow lunchtime, midday with something. I don't know what yet, but there'll be something at midday. And then tomorrow night at 6, a group flight in MSFS in Jets. We're going to play some music as well. So if you want to queue up some tunes, tomorrow night, that'll be 6 p.m. And then Thursday evening, the continuation of this. And then something early Friday morning, about 7 a.m. Going to do an hour on the farm. And then that'll be it. No streams on Saturday. Back on Sunday lunchtime then with more farming, and then a packed schedule next week of lots of multiplayer stuff, because we haven't really done much of that this week. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 3.25 hours. Nobody followed or did anything, so thanks very much to the mods for doing the modding thing. You're all great. So there we go. I'll be back tomorrow lunchtime to do something. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.